welcome to Fusion Harvest Homestead. Now, in the other video, my husband was putting the garden box into the ground, and today I'm gonna put the soil into the garden box and plant some things. All right, let's go. So, for starters, the soil that you want to put in a garden box are various things. We have peat moss. Peat moss can usually be found at the bottom of a lake, and it's used to keep the roots of the plants moist, especially during hot days like today. And we have here compost, manure, and topsoil, which help with nutrients to the plant. And we have garden soil or potting mix that help the plant grow. All right, let's go ahead and put the soil into the garden box. Now I'm gonna go get my plant, and then when I come back, we're gonna turn over the soil and start planting. Hey everyone, I'm back. The soil is in the garden box now, so I'm just gonna turn over the soil and I'm going to get it ready real quick to plant in. Today I'm planting squash, peas, some tomato, sorry. And pepper. I'm gonna plant my squashes in this one here. I was supposed to plant carrots and beets and things that grow underground in here because it's deeper. Let's see, what is the dimensions of this, babe?
This is about 9 inches deep.
Yeah, this one is 9 inches deep and this one is
6 inches.
6 inches. So I was gonna plant those there, but since we have another one that another garden box this size that we're going to plant here, I decided to plant most of my squash in this one. And I'm gonna tell you right now, usually when you plant, you always plant in a starter, what's it called? Container. In a starter container. I'll show you what it looks like in a minute. And you're gonna plant one of those, and you're gonna usually behind the packet of where you're getting your seeds, it will say how many weeks you're supposed to wait before planting them outside. I have to be honest though, I did wait a little bit more than I was supposed to in some of my peas. So this is gonna be an experimental first garden for me. So I will update you whether my peas or some of my peas survive. But in the meantime, I'm gonna plant my squashes here, some of my peas and tomatoes here. Also in the back of the seed package, it tells you the distance of what you're supposed to plant each thing. So just to keep that in mind. All right, great. So let's get started. Now, we're gonna use this little rake here to spread out the soil a little bit. All right, we are finished mixing the soil and spreading it out. So the containers I was telling you guys about, let me go show you. These are the types of containers that you want to start out with, right here. So these here are my squash. And then I have other little plants here that we're going to start planting. All right, let's go.
All right, so to start out, we're doing zucchini here. Now, you want to go and keep the zucchini about 3 feet apart, thereabouts, because they grow into a pretty big bush, and you don't want to be just dealing with 2 or 3 bushes all at the same spot, pretty much. So what you want to do is when you take it out, just kind of scrape or like go and move around the dirt a little bit to make sure that it has the roots being loose. And then because we were a little late in planting them, they've got all this white stalk. We don't care about that white stalk. So we're gonna plant this deep into the ground, and then everything there will just become more root. So let's get to it. There's gonna be way too many squash here. Yay, there's squash seeds. Let's go and plant.
So for future reference, don't plant a lot of squash because apparently every squash gives you a lot of product?
Yes.
Gives you a lot of product. So I planted like, how many did I plant?
Over a dozen, like probably about 2 dozen here.
Probably about 2 dozen squash. Yeah, don't do that. I don't recommend to do that. So, like I said, I'm gonna plant here peas, tomatoes, peppers. I believe the peppers are spicy and also the red sweet peppers. And I have here 1 watermelon plant. So here's a little tip that I also suggest you maybe not doing is buying these cups. These are what they call in the store biodegradable cups. I do not recommend you buying biodegradable cups. Also because you're not saving money with them really. You're not going to be able to use them again. Supposedly you put them in the ground and they somehow crumble up and the roots can spread. But for some reason I don't trust these, and it's just not worth the money. So just a tip for whenever you want to plant. So this one is, I believe, crimson sweet watermelon, and I'm going to plant it as well as other things. Great, let's get started. So now we're gonna plant peas. They're a little droopy, but I'll update you guys on the garden later. I think this year is gonna be more my experimental garden. We still have 3, right? Garden boxes? Yeah, we still have like 3 garden boxes to make. Actually, they're made, but we have 3 garden boxes to put down here. So, yeah. So I'm just tearing the bottom of the biodegradable cup because for some reason I don't really trust them. So, because out of all the water that I've been putting on these plants, they haven't, well, torn apart or anything really. So, but I'm being very careful and not mess with the roots. So now I'm going to plant peppers. Let me give you a closer look. Lucky, my rooster, is over there doing a nice job at taking care of his hens. We have them free ranging at the moment. I don't know if you can see this, but this is the pepper. Okay. So we're almost done. I'm just gonna finish planting here. I'm still planting the peppers, and we're gonna water, and I'll update you within a week or two on how they're doing in our garden, and once we have our other garden boxes ready, and I'm gonna start planting other things in my little containers. So yeah, I'll be updating you. Great, I hope you have a wonderful day, and thank you for watching. Bye.